Hi guys, welcome to Players Guild again.
Hello?
Hello.
I just died. I got distracted by a bird.
Hi. So we are a bit in the... Scott is a bit in the field right now, in Manchester.
I don't know where I am. I'm in a room that isn't my normal room. Help! I'm trapped in a white room. Somebody save! Actually, that's good. That could be dangerous. I've lost my sanity. I mean,
Yeah,
who knows? I might lose.
Is the walls padded or something?
Holler.
Oh, okay. That's good. That's good.
Yeah, it's cool. But we have some reveals to go through.
Yeah, and
I don't
finally...
know what reveals we got. This is a mystery to me. But we thought, you know what? If we can make it work, we'll make it work. So here we are.
Yeah, finally there's the two of us doing the reveals.
Yes, indeed.
We're going to start with a Z battle card, a rare Z battle card. Frieza Resurrected Ambition. It's a 2 specified cost for 2 green and 1 Z energy. 15,000 power. So going again on what we were talking in the other video, which I don't know if it's live already.
It'll go out today, so this will go out tomorrow, which when you're watching this is today, so yesterday's video.
Yesterday's videos. Okay, so yesterday's video we were talking about the cost of the Z battle cards, and it still keeps. I think so far we've seen 1 Z battle card, which was the Goku, Yamcha and Krillin that costed 3 energy.
Yes. In terms of the actual card cost itself, not its Z energy cost.
Yeah. So it's Deflect, Double Strike, good keywords to have. And when this card is played...
Come in, yeah. So it's got to have an effect that makes it warranted to have the deflect.
Yeah. So when it's played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards with cost 5 or less and KO it. Simple effect.
Okay, not ignoring barrier, which I think is pretty balanced considering it's only a 1Z energy and then 2 cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a 1Z energy. Sorry, someone just started calling me randomly. And then auto once per turn, you can place one of your Z energy in its owner's drop area. When one of your other green battle cards with energy cost 2 or more attacks, your opponent discards 1 card from their hand. This is actually a really good card.
So would this count another copy of itself? Because I didn't see unique anywhere on it.
Yes.
Okay.
So if you get to... And you can play multiple Z battle cards in 1 turn.
That's true. You're unlimited by your energy and your Z energy, I guess.
Exactly.
What was it? What's its stat line? Because I remember you said double strike, right?
Deflect, double strike, and it's a 2 cost 15k.
Okay, interesting.
It's also forcing your opponent to discard. It doesn't say when the green battle card attacks a leader.
So it can just be a swing into a Unison. So this is great Unison removal, really.
Definitely, yes. And yeah, if you attack with something with critical to your opponent's leader and then force them to discard on top. The important one is it needs to be green battle card with cost 2 or more.
So this kind of complements the Krillin from yesterday.
Yeah.
So like Krillin, when it swings, if your opponent uses a counter, they have to discard a card from hand.
Yeah.
So obviously, pair it with this, they're already losing a card from hand. That's a nice little combo that's coming out for relatively low energy.
But I like the fact that this Frieza is very universal, right? Generic. You can use him in any green deck, essentially.
What special traits does it have?
It's Universe 7.
Ooh, okay, that is spicy.
That is very spicy. That it has Universe 7.
That opens a lot of... So Frieza already has a lot of doors it can go into. Obviously, Golden Frieza from set 1 is a yellow, and it can have the yellow-green engine. We've seen that time and time again. We've got all the various green Friezas throughout the decades. Half a decade. Jesus Christ, it's been half a decade. Oh my god. Don't say it like that, Scott. That makes it sound a lot older than expected. But then, yeah, Universe 7, we've already seen what Universe 7 Frieza can do. I mean, that SR from Tournament of Power, right? Like, I think that's a gold standard for SRs for me in terms of just, like, how disgusting Frieza can be as a character. Yeah. And so if this opens any lines into that, I'm kind of all for it.
I'm just going to point out that this Frieza has incorrect artwork for Universe 7.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it has the tip of his tail.
Does he not have the tip of his tail?
No,
Oh.
he shouldn't.
Oh. 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 Come on, Bandai, you're slipping. You're slipping, boys.
It's a good artwork. I like that it's a more of the manga style artwork. If you look at
Yeah,
it
we're getting
closely.
we're getting a lot of that artwork, which I really do appreciate.
Yeah. But yeah, a
Yeah.
solid Z card, and this is how I would like to see the support for the Z battle cards. It's not overpowered, but it's a,
Does this support the starter deck green Unison Warrior deck more than the Unison Warrior series did?
yes. Quite literally yes, because you just spam the 2-drops in there.
Yeah, I said it jokingly because I know how much we go on about how the Unison Warrior was meant to support those decks and then kind of fell flat on its face for doing that. So it's kind of nice to see that they live up to that promise with the new series.
Yeah, I'm so happy that this is not... Again, even in that Unison Warriors, in that set 10, they printed a super combo for that starter deck that could not be used by that starter deck.
Oh yeah, it was a Saiyan, wasn't it?
Yes, and that leader is not allowed to use Saiyans.
Yeah, no, yeah. And I think the secret rare, was that the Bast Ape as well?
Yes.
such a weird set. Anyway, let's move on to the next card. What else have we got up in our
We have a new Unison, this time not for the cooler, unlike the yesterday ones.
Oh god, yeah, the Empower 4 green markers.
Definitely not a cooler support.
No, why would it be?
I think that Unison was way better in cooler than in any other deck.
But... markers, right? So you literally just drop it and then you can go into a free drop on a counterplay.
Yeah.
It's kind of...
So this one is specified cost of 2. It's a super rare Piccolo Guardian of Earth. So on auto, once per turn, if you have 1 or more Z energy, when an opponent battle card is KO'd, this card gets 5k power for the turn. So it goes up to 20k.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Is it even player's turn or is it just like...
no. It just says when opponent's battle card is KO'd. So
interesting.
All your shocking death balls and things like that are still going to work. You need to have some...
That's kind of where I was going with it. Like, if you manage to like pop something in your opponent's turn, like if you charismatic villain Frieza, this pairs quite nice because then it's going to be a 20k in their turn. So then they're going to think twice about swinging into it.
It's very basic marker abilities. For the +1, draw a card. -1, dual attack for the turn.
Okay, that's not... I mean, -1 dual attack is kind of nice, but yeah.
It's weird, because this card is way simpler than all the other super rares in the past. Including, like, set 1 super rares.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't have any removal stapled on it. It doesn't have much staple on it. The best thing that goes for it is a generic draw 1, but I think we had something similar.
Is there? I mean, the only thing I can think of here in terms of why it is what it is maybe that there's Piccolo support that works with it. Like if you got a Piccolo Unison or something.
But usually...
that's the only reason I can see it being like that. I mean, obviously the super rare reasoning, if you take it at face value, is just because it's from the new movie, so of course it's going to be a super rare.
But they could have made it better.
Yeah, I definitely think it could have been a +2, maybe draw a card or something like that, or maybe like give it it's just dual attack, right? It's not even.
It's dual attack. It doesn't get any power. It doesn't have any other keywords.
Yeah, I feel like they could have done something like maybe just give it +5k. Like, you know what I mean? Would have done.
And that auto is not great either, cause A, you need to have Z energy, and B, you need another card to KO something.
Yeah.
And then at best it becomes 20k dual attack, which is, let's be honest, not great. Yeah, it's only +1 -1. And I think it mostly is going to be used to just, 2-drop, +1, draw a card, and I have a Unison. But again, there are better Unisons.
There's definitely better. There's especially better green Unisons, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see where this falls in the meta, because obviously this is, this is the first... Like, obviously, we had the yellow secret rare from Ultimate Squad, but that doesn't really count. So this is like the first inkling of what a Piccolo strategy might be in green for the new movie. And without spoiling anything, there's definitely more potential they can go on in with this direction for Piccolo. So maybe it's just a teasing of what's to come. That's what I would assume, considering Z2 is going to be the movie. So it could be one of those things, or it could just be a throwaway Unison that they just wanted to give the Piccolo's new form.
Yeah, but it's super.
Yeah, I mean the SR slots are more valuable than they used to be, right? They reduced the SR count by a lot.
Yeah,
so,
but that's kind of the point. This is going to be a dud SR, right?
Potentially.
We'll see how it turns out. I'm not excited for this Unison.
But yeah, on paper, compared to the other green Unisons we have right now, this is kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
Even compared to like, some uncommon Unisons, I think that's fair to say,
I mean,
right?
comparing it to the Bardock, which is also a 2-cost specified Unison.
And that's an SR from Rise of the Unison.
Exactly, set 10. Its auto does something on its own, and both of its abilities do more. Like this, it's going to be again the situation like, oh, this is a rare. This should be a rare slot.
I can definitely like with the stat lines it has like my only reason like coming from a marketing point of view is it's the new Piccolo, you want it, it's a chase.
Yeah, that's fine, but they could slap better effects on it.
They definitely could have slapped better effects on it. I think we're both in agreement in that. So hopefully we've got a better card than that's coming up next.
We have a King,
oh wow, okay.
King Piccolo, newly.
Immediately this reminds me of the red Piccolo, the SR. Like immediately scary vibes like that.
Yeah, I think it was said somewhere that the new green King Piccolo is essentially a very, very similar deck to the red Piccolo.
Which makes sense. I doubt they'll do it again because they had to like limit that card to one. So I'm guessing I can see an evolve skill here, so maybe it's not quite the same.
Okay, so King Piccolo, newly youthful conqueror, 4-drop, 3 specified green, 0-5k combo, 20k power, evolve for 1 generic on top of any King Piccolo.
Oh, no cost? No color requirement? Just
no color requirement. No color requirement either on energy or on the King Piccolo.
That's nice. That's hot. I like that.
Auto, limit 1, so only one of those cards per turn. Pay 1 green. If your leader is a green King Piccolo card and you have 2 or more energy, when you play a Demon Clan card using a skill, play this card from your hand. So you can, without evolving, you can play it from your hand if you're a green King Piccolo.
Oh, that's nuts because the green King Piccolo just plays a 2-drop for free.
Yeah.
So then, so you have to have 2 or more energy though, yeah?
Yeah, and you need to play any Demon Clan using a skill.
So it's a turn 2 play. Okay, so I was thinking then, I was like, shit, you could do that super aggressive. And I was like, no, it did say something about energy, so that's fine. It's okay. I mean,
second auto.
I like how they're forcing you to kind of play. Like, if you want the advantage, you do have to pay the energy on them, which I think makes sense.
And the second auto also limit 1. When this card attacks, switch this card to active mode, then choose up to 2 green Demon Clan cards in your battle area, and they get 5k power for the turn. So it's a dual attack.
And this makes sense, right? So those 10k's that you're playing for free now become 15k's and viable to swing on the Awakened side.
Yeah,
that's nice. I actually like that a lot. I think this becomes an integral combo piece, especially when the deck's going to obviously be going in this aggro direction.
Sorry.
That's alright.
God almighty. I also think this card is not going to be half bad in King Piccolo if there's any decent 1-drop King Piccolo supply. The red ones.
Oh, yes.
Because in the worst case, you evolve it on top of any 1-drop, any color, right? And you have a dual attack, 20k.
So what I'm thinking here, and maybe it's PTSD speaking, but the red SR, is that King Piccolo? I'm almost certain it is.
Possibly.
The one that gets to be free played if you have a Unison and warps itself at the end of turn?
Yes. Yes, that's King Piccolo.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So you play it on top of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you swing with it, you play this on top, it's going to be in rest mode, but at least you keep the card.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like it's further advantage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a good
I think
card.
it opens up a lot of. I think it opens up a lot of interesting combos. Not just in green, like the fact that it is that no requirements. I think
Yeah.
is really exciting in terms of King Piccolo support.
Definitely interesting design. Then we have the Demon Clan. Drum.
Nice.
Demonic Subordinate. It's a 3-drop
Okay,
or
so-
less. Because after Awakening,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
plays 3-drops, right?
He does. He plays 3 drops for 15k or less.
Yeah. So this one is a
Um,
blocker with 15,000 power. Auto, when this card is played, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards, KO it. Just that. Not checking the
no
cost.
green energy requirement?
Nope. Not checking the cost, not checking
Oh.
the energy.
Wow.
Also,
That's-
not a limit on that auto, and it's not a unique.
Damn, that's kind of scary actually.
But when this card is placed in a drop from your Z energy, you remove it from the game.
Oh,
That's curious.
that's interesting. So I guess it's kind of to prevent what we saw with the way that the set 11, set 12 because it was rejuvenation. The way like everyone was able to loop their cards.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this is to stop you looping it.
Yeah.
And it brings up a point similar to what you mentioned with launch, where you could stop. So yeah, I think this is more indicative of launch is probably going to get banned.
Yeah.
Than anything. So they're obviously very aware of cards that be able to loop cards. So
Yeah. Activate battle. Limit 1. If your leader is a green King Piccolo or Piccolo Jr. With original power of 15,000 power, use this card in a combo from your drop. At the end of the battle, send this card from your drop to your warp. That's why it removes itself from the game.
yeah,
This is the effect that launch has, and seeing as this is limit 1, launch is either getting a errata
a rat or
a
ban.
ban.
Yeah,
because errata would also need to add that auto when it's sent to the drop from your Z energy, it's removed from the game.
yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
design of this card is insistent on banning that launch.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, because it exactly highlights the issue that a lot of people pointed out with launch, and yeah, this is their answer to launch essentially.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
this card's more selling for what it is than what the card actually does, which is interesting. But I think that removal's very strong.
The removal
that
is really
removal is
strong,
great.
and the fact that after you block with it, it goes to the drop. Boo-hoo. You get to still use it in a combo and get that free Z energy.
Exactly. You play it for free. You remove something that's a potential threat. You block an attack, and then you can still combo with it.
It's very strong for an uncommon card.
Yeah, really strong.
And we have Piano, Faithful Aid. It's a 1-drop, 5k power again. Auto, when this card is played, you look at the 5 cards from the top of your deck, add up to 1 Namekian or Demon Clan card, both green and with cost 4 or less, or 1 green Unison with cost of 2. And then shuffle your deck.
Interesting. Definitely weaker than the piano from last time. But I mean, it's a generic searcher, right? We see this constantly with the decks. Is that you will see a searcher.
But the fact that you can find any green Namekian with cost 4 or less.
Coming from Ultimate Squad, where we had a deck that was kind of reliant on you finding those pieces.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if people will run that just for the potential in it. I'm actually excited. I don't think this card is amazing in its own right. I mean, it is just a searcher. Is it a common or uncommon?
It's a common.
Yeah. So there's not much we need to say about it, but I think the implications for it being a Namekian searcher is quite interesting.
I think, yeah, it
'Cause
might see some
it's
slots.
Not searching people.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not searching people, it's searching Namekian,
Yeah.
which then lets you search out your nails, your denders, and I think that may be where the niche is on that card.
What's his face? Slug.
Oh shit, yeah, I didn't even think about Slug.
Slug is a green Namekian.
Slug is a green Namekian.
And the main combo pieces cost 4 or less.
And the main combo pieces do cost 4 or less. So I Piano might have more utility in the Mech Index than it does in the Demon Clan deck.
I think it's still going to be good in Demon Clan deck.
I mean, yeah, it's just...
Let's be honest, it's still going to be good, but yeah.
Yeah, again, this is the whole thing we're talking about with Zenkai series is cards do what they're designed to do, but they're not restricting them into you only work for this archetype. You
don't only work with this leader, you don't only work with this card, etc. I like this.
Yeah, me too. I'm a big fan of that.
And we have Symbol, Demonic Subordinate, 2-drop, 10k power. Auto when this card attacks.
Yeah.
When it attacks, you choose up to 2 Demon Clan cards in your battle area and they get 5k power for the turn.
I like it.
It's not limit 1. It can choose itself.
Ooh, that's fun.
And auto 1 green, if your leader card is King Piccolo card, doesn't need to be green. When this card is used in a combo, choose up to 1 of your leaders and it gains double strike for the battle.
What does it get?
Double strike.
Oh, so this is a 0/5 that you can pay 1 to make it double strike.
Yep. But only...
So it removes the...
Only on the leaders.
Time, right?
Only on the leaders.
Yeah, no, but it removes that because mostly what we see with Kai's stuff is on your leader swing. Surprise! It's now double strike. So I actually kind of like this. I mean, obviously you lose the 5k extra bonus, which to put it into an archetype, that's pretty strong.
It also works with the red King Piccolo, right? Because it's any King Piccolo.
Yeah, and I think that's why its color isn't green on the auto ability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, because they actually do think about those cards being usable, not like in the past we had when they were trying to put up those walls and make sure you can't use the cards with the old cards, so you need to play the new stuff. They don't do that now. It's a nice... And we're back to Frieza, so that's all of the cards we've seen today.
Yeah, so I think the only disappointment really there was the Piccolo, just because it was an SR with kind of meh effects. Like, we kind of expect more from SRs at this point. But again, I'm willing to give it the benefit of the doubt and see where it goes. Because again, we haven't seen everything just yet, and we've seen pretty good support for Piccolo right now. So I want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but most likely...
But the problem with that Unison is it doesn't do anything on its own.
No, no. Yeah, in a bubble, yeah.
That's the problem, because a lot of SR Unisons we've seen so far, they do a lot on their own.
Yeah, that's very fair.
Like the Bunison, right?
Unison is the prime example. Although the Piccolo that was revealed maybe yesterday, the SR, the Unison killer, that card is straight up F Unison, and I love it.
Good. I mean, we don't need things like that.
Oh, you're a blue player and you've got your Unison and you're just going to rest on that? Okay, hi.
I'm going to be a blue Beerus player if they give me more support.
I'm really excited to see where we go. But overall, hopefully we're going to see some more Tail School stuff. I still think there needs to be a bit of payoff for the Tail School stuff right now. It's interesting, but the King Piccolo stuff, like, I'm not a green player, but this makes me really want to try out green.
I'm a green player, and so far, I'm mostly excited about that Frieza Resurrected Ambition. This Z battle card is amazing.
Oh, yeah. That's the best card that got revealed today, and it's only a rare.
I think so, yeah.
I'm cool. That's cool.
And I'm happy that it's a rare, because this is a card that is going to be one of the staples for the green decks.
Yeah, please don't do the Golden Frieza thing where the SR and the pull rate on it was bad because it didn't have an SPR, but then you gave the bad SR an SPR, so you could pull a really bad Frieza, but not the Golden Frieza Unison, which is actually really good.
Really?
Yeah, from Ultimate Squad, the Golden Frieza that ruins your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that doesn't have an SPR, so it's harder to pull. But the shit one that nobody runs has an SPR. But hey, that's Bandai sometimes. Bandai be Bandaiing. Overall, great reveals. The fact that we're starting with green and we already know that blue is going to be something new because it's the Overworld tournament. The fact that Red's GT, and we're already very excited about Red GT anyway, because
Yeah.
look at what they did with Rildo in the last set. What's yellow? Yellow is going to go back to set 3 Saiyans, which I'm super curious about.
Are we
And
getting a
also
new Shugesh?
Please. Oh, do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be
I
surprised.
actually wouldn't be surprised if they're going to rebalance that Shugesh.
Have we seen super combos yet for this set?
No.
Interesting.
And there is going to be some, right? Because it's a... Z Energy,
has
the
to be.
super combos are going to be important for that.
Yeah, there has to be super combos, especially in the first set of a new series. To not include super combos would be super weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, the decks even include super combos,
But-
so they know it's part.
No, they get the old ones. The monocolor ones put the card to the bottom draw too.
Yeah, I know, but like you can't just rely on that being your super combos for the new set.
Yeah, no, we should see something, but normally...
And I thought maybe they could.
Maybe they just do the generic your life is 4 less or sparking or something like that.
I mean, probably, but I kind of want to see something with the energy. Maybe we will. I mean, this is the start of the series, right? So there's always time to...
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't even get those super combos until the second set, because they were BT11 cards. They were...
The new super combos. You mean? In the Unison Warriors, the new super combos. Because we got super combos in... We got new super combos in set 10.
Yeah, but they weren't the put them on the bottom draw too. That
Yeah,
was
no.
set 11.
No.
Yeah.
And those are by far the best
Um,
super combos they've ever made, and then suddenly they're stuck.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, well, we made Sparking super combo. To be fair, I actually prefer that super combo in my Metric, but that's in a whole different video. So we've been playing Guild's Guide, Players Guild Guys. We'll be back with another video very shortly. I'm in Manchester until Monday, so we might get some janky videos like this, but of course, stay tuned to the channel. Thank you, Loki, for joining me to discuss these. And I'm really excited to see what comes next, honestly. This Z series could have been so bad, but it's turning into such a pleasant surprise for new players, current players, and lapsed fans as well.
Let's see how it's going to develop. Because it's just
Yeah,
the first set. Let's see how it goes further. I learned my lesson in Unison Warriors.
Not bad with the Unison Warriors series, so I think it's fair to not jump the gun, but
Yeah.
so far so good. So far so good. And on that note, we'll see you next time.